So welcome to this week's episode. As you can see, we're no longer in Plymouth. We've managed to get up to Salcombe in Devon.
Yay!
Today's episode, you're going to see us go from Tobermory down to Oban and Kerrera. We really enjoyed Kerrera and Oban as well. Oban is a very touristy kind of place. You'll see the shots of the shops, which are just designed to take money from people off of cruise ships. Very, very geared towards Americans. But Kerrera is a very rural island. There's very few people living there. Most of them are farmers and that kind of thing, running the marina. Excellent marina facilities there, really friendly. One of our favourites in terms of marinas, would you say?
Yeah, I think so.
And really nice farm shop, and the entire place is littered with Highland Cows. What more could you want? So I hope you enjoy the episode, and we'll see you next week.
So I am currently hiding out downstairs. It is raining outside and we are underway. We're heading to Kerrera Marina. There's still a bit of bad weather that's blowing through. We've taken a bit of a window where in theory the wind's not that strong, although it's actually quite bad out there. But it's raining, we've got wind on the nose and all of that. But hopefully the rain will pass over in a minute, because it normally does. Oh, hold on 1 second. Okay. What flavour? Okay. Sorry, awkward. Cut that bit out. So we're heading to Kerrera Marina. So yesterday our fridge broke. The hinges on it, one of them snapped. It's always been a bit of an iffy one, and we didn't really think about it, but we needed new hinges and they needed to be the right size, otherwise we had to cut it all out. We couldn't get it in the chandlery or in the hardware shop, so Dave ordered it online and it said that we could get a 48-hour delivery. It didn't end up. It then said this morning it's going to be 10 days. We didn't want to do another 10 days at the marina we were at, because we've already been there about a week. And then we figured we'd go down here, hold out some more of the bad weather, explore a bit of Oban and Kerrera and all of that, and then be able to head up north and back the way we were going afterwards. So temporarily we've got a solution for our fridge, because it turned out to be the same hinges on our table, the cockpit table outside, so we've taken those off. The fridge is working good. Actually, the fridge is working better than it ever has. The hinges, it turned out, were seized. Just through, I guess, a bit of the rusting. I'm not sure what it would be technical term. So anyway, that's all fixed temporarily. Then we've left Tobermory Marina and just got an update saying the parcel's going to be delivered today. So very awkward. We wouldn't have even bothered doing that, because we could have probably got into the lochs in between, but it gives us a chance to explore and we won't have to do that on the way back down necessarily. Anyway, Dave is demanding Chris, because we were unprepared leaving today, just decided we wanted out, so he needs a snack while at deck, and we'll show you some of what we're experiencing outside.
So if you look behind me, you will see lovely blue sunshine, and if you look in front of me, absolutely nothing at all. Just going to get some actual B-roll. As a result of geography, the main Oban marina is actually on the island of Kerrera, opposite the town of Oban. This means that a ferry is needed to get across to the town. The marina is surprisingly well set up with lift facilities and a boatyard, and is a busy hub for boat maintenance. The marina houses a good restaurant and bar with friendly staff and good shoreside facilities, although does suffer with the dreaded coin-operated showers. The ferry service to the mainland is regular and reasonably priced, and once you get set up on the app is very straightforward to book. The island of Kerrera is relatively small and only houses around 50 people. Just south of the marina is an excellent farm shop with typical Scottish honesty box payment, although this one includes a self-service machine to pay by card. There are many walks around the island, and we set out to the north of the island to see some spectacular views. Beware that out of season some of the paths are so overgrown that you can't see that there's a path there at all. Be respectful of the farming and close gates behind you. Be very careful of the Highland Cows, or coos as the local call them. They are cute and generally docile, but those horns can cause real damage if they feel threatened. We took the Marina ferry across to Oban to explore. It's a pretty town with lots of history, including the customary Scottish distillery. Part of the island's route, Oban regularly receives cruise ships, and hordes of passengers will descend on the town for a few hours, making it busy. The town is well set up for this, with many tourist shops, whisky shops and eateries. If you walk to the top of the steep hill, you'll find McCaig's Folly. You can't miss this as it dominates the skyline of the town. This tower was intended as a monument to McCaig's family and to provide work for local stonemasons through the winter, but construction was stopped upon his death, and so it was never finished. Even so, it's a very impressive structure and offers some of the best views we found out over the water, with Mull in the background.
Now we're recording. Just when we start to record, George has a fit.
No, that was... There's so little wind, the boat has just turned.
Oh.
And the rudder's not really helping.
Because it was hard over. Anyway, sorry. Bear with us. We are currently sailing at a very fast 1 knot. We just left Oban, and we are heading to Lochaline or Lochaline. Not sure how we say it. We've been told it's Lochaline. Correct us. Either way, wherever we are, it's just up the. I now don't know what that's called. Straight Sound of Mull.
Sound of Mull, yeah.
Yeah. So we are sailing very slowly. We've only got about 12 miles to go, which will be arriving in, 10 hours at that speed?
9 p.m.
9 p.m. we'll be there. We might need to make dinner and whatnot. We will probably end up turning the motor on after this. We'll see.
No, in a little while, so where we are right now is slack water, but once we get up here, we're just coming out of Oban towards the Sound of Mull at the moment, and up there is an island whose name I cannot remember, and it's not on the chart at this zoom. But anyway, once we get to that island, the tide will be with us, so we'll be getting 1 to 1.5 knots of tide. So our speed will increase. We're going directly into the wind anyway, and as the tide pulls us into the wind, we will get an extra couple of knots of wind. That will translate into more boat speed, which will give us another couple of knots of wind, and that should mean that we'll be sailing at about 3 to 4 knots. So we shouldn't need the engine today, even though this initial part is very frustrating. But that's sailing sometimes, you've got to work with nature. We've planned this so that we're coming up here at the right time of tide. It happens to coincide with when we wanted to leave anyway. So yeah, we should be able to sail a bit more successfully a bit later. And for right now, we're just having a really nice quiet move to get out of the harbour.
Yeah, we're not in a rush, so that is good, unlike all the other boats around us. You might see that one passing shortly. And we're enjoying the weather as it is.
Yeah, I feel like we should shout that out, that every other boat is currently motoring.
To be fair, it's normally us.
And normally you see us motoring a lot, but actually we are the only ones actually sailing right now. You can't hear any engine noise, the engine's completely off. So yeah, we deserve some credit for that one today.
Yeah, we're taking the weather as we can get it, because it's been rainy and really windy the last few days, so we've been holed up in Marinas. We were in Kerrera and then we moved over to Oban for a day, and there is another storm due to blow through in a few days' time, so we're just accepting going to the next place where we can, enjoying the day of like mild sun. It's fairly warm. We are obviously in, well, Dave's just in a t-shirt, and it's not too bad, and I'm quite warm in my fluffy jacket, but I like the coziness. So anyway, but yeah, we are heading up once that storm blows in, probably to Tobermory again, because we've got a package to pick up.
So we'll see where we can get to. We might, we can definitely get to Tobermory, but we might be able to get up above Tobermory to somewhere like Mallaig or Mallaig, or to Egg, which is an island up there, or even to Dunvegan, which is a loch on the Isle of Skye. That then puts us within spitting distance of Stornoway, Stornoway being our kind of destination at the moment. We're not great planners, as you know. We're waiting to see what happens with the weather. But right now, Stornoway is as far north as we're intending to go. We might end up going further or back to the mainland up there, or we might turn around and explore the islands a bit more.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll see where that gets us. We've now sped up, so just to update you, we're doing 1.5 knots now. Perfect. Speeding along. I mean, if we hadn't used our scrubby, then we'd probably be standstill right now.
That's true. We did gain an extra 1.5 knots, and we're going 1.5 knots, so it stands to reason we would have been static. We lent it. The reason that's in Jude's mind right now is we lent it to a guy next to us on the pontoon this morning at Oban Marina, technically Oban Transit Marina, and he'd never seen one, and he was out there with like an oar trying to scrape weed off of the bow of his boat, and I just walked around with the scrubby and said, "Do you want to give this a go?" And he cleaned the bottom of his boat off, and gave us a bottle of wine afterwards. Very much appreciated. Thank you for that. We did say that wasn't necessary, but the English are a polite bunch. So yeah, he's off to Gia today, where we were, I don't know, about a month ago now, and he's off to Jura. So he says he's going to jump in Gia just like we did and check the bottom. So hopefully he'll find, as we did, that the bottom's just nice and clean from the scrub. And I can't remember what we were talking about now. So.
That was just it, the scrubby. But yeah, we will show you a bit of our sailing and our day and how it went now. And this is our third recording of this, and hopefully this one we've got audio on. If not, there'll be a magical transition and we're going to suddenly be in Lochaline.
Yeah, so hopefully the audio is better. We have made an effort over the past couple of weeks to start using the wireless mics with the dead cat furry thing on. So hopefully you won't get that wind noise that's been plaguing us since the beginning. We were just using the GoPros with the media mod. This is now a Canon camera with a better lens on, so hopefully the picture is slightly nicer as well. We've also started using the bigger lenses to take better pictures of the land, because we realised with a GoPro the land always looks the same. So for you guys, it's not that interesting. In real life, we can see a lot better and a lot more than you'll have been seeing on our videos. That's not to say it's been bad. I think our videos have been fine. It's just we're constantly trying to improve. So hopefully you guys are seeing that through these videos. Yep, dunk.
Oh my god.
Thanks for watching, and please join us next week when we sail back to Tobermory and have some tough decisions to make. If you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe so you don't miss an episode.